Welcome to Strictly Facts, a guide to Caribbean history and culture, hosted by me, Alexandria Miller. Strictly Facts teaches the history, politics, and activism of the Caribbean and connects these themes to contemporary music and popular culture. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year, and welcome back to a brand new season of Strictly Facts, a guide to Caribbean history and culture. I'm your host, Alexandria, and it feels good to be back with you all for our very first episode of 2026. I hope the start of the year finds you well, grounded, hopeful, and surrounded by community. Whether you are tuning in from the Caribbean, from the diaspora, or anywhere in between, thank you for being here with us as we step into another year of storytelling, learning, and celebrating our beautiful region. And of course, I could not start off the year without also sending a very happy belated Independence Day to our Haitian brothers and sisters across the world who just celebrated 222 years since their declaration as the world's first Black republic. So big up, big up, big up, big up. Before we move forward, I want to take a moment to look back with gratitude at 2025 because it was truly a milestone year for the podcast. Over the past year, we continued to deepen our conversations about Caribbean history, culture, migration, identity, and memory. And we welcomed incredible guests, students, scholars, elders, creatives, and community voices to the show. Together, we explored the topics that stretched from the political to the deeply personal, reminding us that Caribbean history is not abstract. It is lived, embodied, and always unfolding. In the midst of doing this, something really magical happened. Strictly Facts was honored with 3 podcast awards in 2025 by the Alliance for Women in Media and Caribiz Network out in New York, recognizing us for podcast excellence. These awards don't belong to us alone, they are truly a reflection of all of you as well. The listeners who tune in every episode. They honor the educators who bring these conversations to our classrooms, both literally and figuratively. They belong to the students, to the elders who share their wisdom and knowledge with us. They honor Caribbean storytelling as intellectual labor. They honor our ancestors' voices, and they honor the region. And for that, I am truly grateful. And as if the start of the new year wasn't meaningful enough, this month also marks 5 years of Strictly Facts. 5 full years, which to me seems crazy just to think about that, we've been on this journey together for so long already. For me, thinking about it, 5 years of researching, of recording, of editing, of growing, questioning, laughing, and honestly, sometimes even a little bit of crying. 5 years of building a digital space dedicated to honoring Caribbean voices, Caribbean stories with accuracy, with warmth, with care, with dignity. And when the show began, I said this many moons ago now, the goal was simple but urgent. It was to create a space where Caribbean history could be told fully, not as a footnote, not as a backdrop, but as central, global, and deeply human. Over the few years we've been doing this thing together, the podcast has grown not just in audience, but in depth. Our conversations have moved from introductory storytelling to richer, more layered reflections about power, belonging, gender, migration, environment, memory. We've expanded our lens while still holding onto the core intention. Caribbean people deserve to see themselves reflected in our history with dignity. And 5 years later, I'm really, truly, incredibly proud of what we've built together. This podcast, for me and for I'm sure many of you, has never been just a show. It has always been a classroom, a community archive, a love letter, and a space of remembrance. As I reflect, I think of how many of you have been here since the beginning and how many of you have also recently discovered us and decided to stay. I'm grateful for every message, every kind review, every episode shared with a friend. Anybody who's posted their Spotify Wrapped and all of those things. It's really meant a lot to me. And you have helped this project grow, not through hype, but through trust. And that means more, truly, than you know. So as we enter 2026, I want you to all be invited into helping shape the future of Strictly Facts. This will be a year-long celebration of our 5-year anniversary, and we're planning to mark it in meaningful ways. More reflective conversations, more collaborations, more storytelling that centers the voices and histories that deserve the spotlight. And I'd love to hear from you. So, what would you like to see in 2026? Environmental history, diaspora stories, cultural traditions, women's history, a live event, workshops, maybe? Let me know. Your hopes and ideas have helped shape this space. So please reach out, message us, email me, and tell us what inspires you, what you want to learn, and how this podcast can continue to serve this community. Because the work has always been collaborative. As we begin this new year and celebrate this major milestone, I want to say an immense thank you. Thank you to every guest who has shaped and shared wisdom and research. Thank you to every listener who presses play. Thank you to the scholars, students, educators, cultural workers, and families who make this space for Caribbean history in our lives. Thank you to Breadfruit Media, my podcast family, of course. And thank you all just in general for trusting me, trusting Strictly Facts with our stories. I'm honored to continue this journey with you, and it wouldn't be, an anniversary celebration if we didn't do it with a little dance hall style. So I'm kicking off our year's Strictly Facts sounds with the baddest birthday tune. So in the words of Busy Signal, happy birthday, my friend, or my podcast. One more year pandem, guanola vibe, give thanks for life. Next year we're doing it again. So here's to 2026, to 5 years of Strictly Facts, and to all the stories still waiting to be told. I'm Alexandria. This is Strictly Facts, a guide to Caribbean history and culture. Year 5. Stay tuned. We're just getting started. Little more. Thanks for tuning in to Strictly Facts. Visit strictlyfactspodcast.com for more information from each episode. Follow us at Strictly Facts Pod on Instagram and Facebook, and at Strictly Facts PD on Twitter.